Hi guys, and welcome back to another Karcher issue related video. This is a problem that I think a lot of people have been experiencing with their pressure washers. You connect the hose pipe, plug it into the mains, and it doesn't power up when you pull the trigger. Now there are two ways to fix this. The first is the easiest, and hopefully this will solve the problem for a lot of people. The second will involve opening up the machine to find out what parts failed. So let's start with the first way of fixing this problem. So this is what usually happens when we have an airlock. Plug in the hose pipe, I've got pressure, plug that into mains, switch it on, and when we get the lance, and you just get a little trickle out of the gun. Now the best way to solve this is to first disconnect the gun from the hose and let any air out that might be locked inside the pump. So I'll just take this off, you push in the button, and then it just disconnects. So this is the first thing, just to see if there's any airlocks. There's no air coming out, the water's flowing freely, there's no... So what I often find, the next step to try is just to tip the pressure washer up on the side, just to see if there's any pockets of air inside that aren't getting dislodged. Sometimes you can hear air bubbles inside moving through the pump into the pressure hose. There's a couple of bubbles coming out then. So there are some air bubbles in the hose pipe, so I'll get rid of those first. I'm assuming there is a flow meter inside the pressure washer that detects when water is flowing through the pump, which in then turn activates the pump to pressurise it. Maybe there is trapped air where this flow meter is located, so by tipping the pressure washer on its side or shaking it, I'm hoping to dislodge the trapped air. I've deliberately kept all of my attempts in this video so you can see how long it took on this occasion to get my Karcher pressure washer back up and running. I did wonder whether water could be put in the bottle dispenser cradle to see if that could get the pump going. It didn't, so I wouldn't recommend trying it. It appears just to drain through and out of the bottom of the case. So after trying that after a few minutes, if it's still not working, this is where we try and pressurise through the pump to see whether or not that makes any difference. You can see now there's a few bubbles coming out. Just keep trying that. I'm unplugging and plugging in the hose pipe in the hope the sudden surge of pressure will dislodge any trapped air to get it running again. Now, sometimes people say that you're not allowed to use these Hozelock AquaStop valves, but I don't think that actually makes a difference because there's enough water flow in. Now, just to rule out the Hozelock AquaStop, I'm just going to use a hose pipe that doesn't have that on, just to see if that makes. Something I've noticed it do when I have this airlock issue is squirt water out of the bottle dispenser cradle when I plug in the hose pipe. That shouldn't happen. Although I'm removing the Hozelock AquaStop valve to test if this solves the issue, this isn't in fact what actually fixes it. You can see water coming out of the end of the pressure hose is about the same length as it was with the hose pipe that had an AquaStop connector on it. There's quite a bit of air in that. I think that, again, that's in the hose pipe as opposed to being in the pressure washer, but we'll see if that makes any difference. While you're waiting to see how I get this pressure washer back up and running, I'm hoping you can help me out by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It's free to subscribe, only takes a few seconds, and will allow me to produce more videos like this, which will hopefully save you money and time. Whilst editing this video for YouTube, another idea I thought to dislodge any trapped air is to firmly tap the side of the pressure washer just underneath the retractable handle at the top. This might be quicker and more effective than every method I've tried in this video. Switching the pressure washer on and off also makes no difference, so there's no point trying this if you have the same issue. As you will see next, it is adjusting pressure through the pump, which dislodges any air and gets it working again. There we go. So now the pressure washer is pressurising again. The next thing we need to do is just attach the gun back to here. Now this does have an angled piece on, so it will only go into the gun one way. So if it doesn't go in initially, you just got to spin it until it clicks. So that's not correct. There you go, and that's in. And then turn it on. All right, we're all back and working.